Let's talk about something that's so important for staying independent and confident as we get older: feeling steady on our feet. Now, I know falls can be a worry, but the great news is that there is so much we can do to prevent them, and that's exactly what we're going to break down today. So let me just ask you, right off the bat, how steady are you feeling these days? It's one of those things we often don't really think about, until we have a little wobble or a near miss. But being proactive about it, that's the real game changer. And this is the most important thing I want you to hear today. Most falls are absolutely preventable. We're not talking about making huge, drastic changes to your life. It's really all about building some simple, smart habits into your day-to-day. So, let's start with why falls even happen in the first place. Okay, first up, we've got to understand the why. You see, falls aren't just some random accident that happens out of the blue. They're usually the result of small, totally natural changes that happen in our bodies over time. And just knowing what they are is the first step to giving your body the support it needs. So, there are two big physical factors at play here. First, our leg muscles can get a little weaker if we aren't actively using and strengthening them. Makes sense, right? Second, our reflexes can slow down just a bit, which means it's harder to catch ourselves and regain our balance if we start to stumble. And there's definitely more to the story. Our sense of balance, which is managed way deep in our inner ear, can change. Our vision can shift, making it trickier to judge the height of a curb or a step. And of course, things like arthritis can make our joints a little stiff, so our movements aren't quite as fluid as they used to be. On top of all that, other things can contribute. Some medications might have side effects like dizziness, and certain health conditions like neuropathy, which can affect the feeling in your feet, or even just low blood pressure, can definitely impact your stability. The key thing to realize is that it's almost never just one single thing. It's usually a mix of these factors. I think this quote just frames it perfectly. A fall is not a sign of weakness. Not at all. It's simply a signal, a sign that your body is changing and just needs a little bit of extra support. So, with that in mind, let's talk about where some of those risks might be hiding in our everyday environment. All right, so we know the why. Now let's dig into the where and the when. Once you start to spot the common situations where falls are more likely to happen, you can build a much safer routine. You'll notice that so many of these triggers are just part of a normal day. Popping out of bed too fast can give you a head rush. A loose rug on a polished floor, that's a classic trip hazard. And poor lighting at night is a huge one. Even simple movements, like turning around too quickly or reaching up for something on a high shelf, can be enough to throw us off balance. So, let's get practical. Let's talk about creating a safe home. Your home should be your sanctuary, your safest space, and just a few small tweaks can make a massive difference in preventing falls. Let's start with the high traffic zones like hallways and stairs. The goal here is simple. You gotta see where you're going. Keep these areas nice and bright and pop in a few nightlights for those middle-of-the-night trips. And most importantly, make sure your path is totally clear. That means no power cords stretched across the floor, no stacks of books, and definitely no loose rugs.
The bathroom is a real hotspot for falls, mainly because of all the wet surfaces. So, a few safety measures here are just non-negotiable. Installing grab bars gives you something sturdy to hold on to. Using non-slip mats, both in the shower and on the floor outside of it, is crucial. And just do your best to keep that floor as dry as possible.
And here is a tip that applies to every single room in the house. Your footwear matters. It's so tempting to just walk around in socks or flimsy slippers, I get it. But a supportive shoe with a good, non-slip sole gives you a much more stable foundation for every single step you take. Okay, so we've made the home safer. Now, let's focus on making us stronger and more stable. And the best part? This does not require a gym membership or intense workouts. We're talking gentle, daily movements. That's the real key to protecting your independence. It really all comes down to this trio: strength, balance, and flexibility. They all work together. Strong legs and a solid core, that's your body's support system. Good balance helps you avoid stumbles in the first place, and having flexible joints allows you to react safely if you do make a sudden move. And you won't believe how simple it can be. Here are 5 easy exercises you can literally do every day. Heel raises for your ankles. The sit to stand for building that essential leg strength. Marching in place is fantastic for your overall stability. Side steps help strengthen your hips, which is so key for balance. And finally, some gentle stretching just keeps you loose and less stiff. And the time commitment? Get this. We're talking just 5 to 10 minutes a day. That's it. That tiny investment of time can pay off with huge improvements in your balance, your strength, and your overall confidence.
All right, let's bring it all home. We're going to talk about some smart habits that will help you move more confidently, whether you're inside your house or out and about.
Dizziness can be a huge factor in falls, so let's try to head it off. The tips are really straightforward. Always stand up slowly, never jump up, make sure you're staying hydrated all day long, eat regular meals to keep your blood sugar stable, and it's always a good idea to review your medications with your doctor or pharmacist every so often.
There's a mental aspect to all of this too. Sometimes a fear of falling can actually make things worse because it causes us to move less. And when we move less, we lose strength. It's a tough cycle. But the best way to break it is with gentle, consistent activity. Your confidence really will grow with every safe step you take.
So, as we wrap up here, the main message is this. By making your home a little safer, by strengthening your body with some gentle movement, and by just moving more mindfully throughout your day, you are taking powerful, meaningful steps to protect your independence and your well-being for the long run. And that leaves us with one last, simple question for you to think about. Looking at everything we've just covered, from moving a rug to doing a few heel raises, what is the one small change you're going to make starting today?